Hello and welcome everyone. It is Friends Day Wednesday here at truck.community, live on twitch.tv/squirrellily. I've done them both so that you can know where to go for your good old streaming times. And it's for real time for more Dusk City Outlaws, like it was going to be last week, and then I had a slight panic attack, and then we put it off, but we're here now. We're ready to go. From the rooftop, shout it out. I'm going to unmute everyone in Mumble, by which I mean I'm going to undeafen myself.
Whoop whoop.
So I am, as usual, joined by my wife Katie.
What's up?
And Mox.
Hiya.
And Xenon.
Hi.
And we are going to play more Dusk City Outlaws.
Alright, I have to open shit up.
I mean, you don't have to.
You can just leave it closed, I suppose.
Yeah. I do have, like, most of the stuff we need on the, tabletop for your convenience.
Yeah, I never have anything else open during this game.
But I found my character sheet. I need to get it.
That's on there.
Character sheet's on the board.
Let me find it. Let me find it.
It's the one that says Gravedigger in front of your name.
Oh wait, we don't have character sheets. Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
Yeah.
You're not Pam this time.
I was looking for my non-existent character sheet.
So this is one of the things that I really love about Dusk City Outlaws, just as a system, is that it's very like open a box, sort out one or two things, and then you can go.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're doing it as a campaign, but it's actually quite useful for like a game night or whatever for a one shot.
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be some more animal crime going on. I have a bit of an intro to read, like usual, and then we'll jump into the scene.
Neat.
Let's get stuck in.
Let's get stuck all the way in. Ahem. Welcome back, friends, to New Fur Haven, the biggest and best city in the entire world. The furry apple has had a couple of months to calm down after the incidents around the big race. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Yep.
I'm going to restart the sentence. The furry apple has had a couple of months to calm down after the incidents around the big race, the details of which are murky. According to reports, Mariana Gorgov harassed some minor noble after being dragged off to view her favorite horse pre-race and caused a bit of a disturbance. The race was delayed a day, but went off without a hitch otherwise. Mariana has confined herself to her estate since and shows no signs of wanting to leave. Speaking of the city's ever-growing amount of recluses, Ambrosia Montalban seems to have taken the loss of her prize horse very hard, seeing it as part of a plot against her. She has liquidated her various holdings in the cities and has been tirelessly overseeing a large construction project some distance from the city walls. Dozens of small-time shopkeepers have breathed a sigh of relief as they change their tightly branded franchise signs to something that, if not better, is at least more individual. The Good Bean Place, a place for good beans, is now the Paw Bean Zine. The Meat Place, a place for meat, is now Take on Meat brackets Take Meat on end brackets.
Yeah.
The Sexy Stripping Place, a place for sexy stripping, is now Owo's, and so on all across the city.
God.
I'm rather proud of that one.
It's very good. Elsewhere, the in-your-face artistic renaissance has died down a bit once the City Watch fetched the last few unwilling participants from a cage in City Center. And the newly invigorated art scene has gone back to practicing painting, sculpture, and performance by consent. New Fur Haven is, for a given value of the term, back to normal. And so we find Astaroth Pygmalion and her friends having a very normal day in the casino that Astaroth named for herself.
Ah, how normal this day is.
Yeah, I can't believe how normal this day is. Weird, huh? I
I'm
figured
s-
something would happen.
I'm so glad the whole thing is normal now.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing that. It warms-
You're very welcome and normal.
All three of you warm my heart. What are you doing?
Right now in the casino.
Yeah, you're in the casino, hanging out, presumably. What are you up to?
Eating hot dogs.
Yeah, I'm sitting under a table, dishing out more illegal hot dogs.
Illegal condiments.
Illegal
Yeah.
condiments for the illegal hot dogs.
Doing hot dogs and doing the spinning wheel and winning cacti.
Okay, you're just spinning the cactus wheel.
Yeah.
And also eating hot dogs. That's important.
Every spot on the wheel is just you win a cactus.
Hands you a cactus. Hands you a cactus. Hands you a cactus. Hands you a
Yep.
cactus. Hands you a cactus. Hands you a cactus.
My Steam inventory is full now.
Updated my journal.
Cactus.
I'm not going to go into that story. So as the three of you are enjoying your ludicrous amounts of cactuses, one of the pit bosses comes up to Astaroth and says, hey, boss, there's a someone who says they're a friend of yours upstairs in your office."
Did they give a name?
They did not.
Do you have a description?
Someone who I didn't bother to ask for their name.
What do I pay you for?
To run your pit and not get beaten up by a big person.
Jennifer, who's in my office?
Jennifer Legacy just kind of pokes her snout up from behind the massive amounts of paperwork on her desk. Some scarred up asshole. You should get in there.
All right, very well. All right, I walk into my office.
All right.
Looking very exasperated, exaggeratedly so.
Hi, Patrick.
Yeah.
Bad Road. Your exaggerated exasperation is met with one of just the largest people you have ever seen in your whole head-up life.
It's Pam.
It is not Pan. There's some sort of leopard. They are easily 9 feet tall.
Oh, that's bigger than Pam.
Oh, that's Kitty. That's big Kitty.
Their fur would look very beautiful and sleek were it not covered with just a bajillion scars.
I cross my arms, look straight up, and say, "Do you have an appointment?"
No. No, I don't have an appointment.
Well, I would have appreciated the courtesy.
You
Oh
know,
my god.
let me first present my credentials to you.
Are you going to draw a weapon on me?
No.
All right, show me your credentials.
She doesn't actually, hand you anything. I work for a group of concerned citizens who work through direct action to bring change to this our fair city.
Okay, what were these people called again?
They are called the Blooded.
All right. Oh, you're with the Blooded. Come, sit. And I motion to the chair and go behind my desk with a big smile on my face.
I will remain standing, thank you.
Are you sure? Can I offer you some tea, coffee?
I will not have any.
None at all. Well, if you insist, we have hot dogs. You might like the hot dogs. Everyone does.
She thinks about it for just a second and goes, I will have a hot dog.
And wonderful, delightful. Would you like an illegal topping, a non-illegal topping, just a neutral
Just
topping?
waiting outside the room
Yes.
for this moment.
Yes.
Just
I have so many.
Just fuck me up, fam.
Oh, and then I just kind of start layering the hot dog with illegal toppings.
So, my organization had a very clear idea of how the big race was meant to go. And you, Astaroth, told my organization that you had it handled. You did not have it handled to our satisfaction.
You know, I have someone you could kill over that. Noble, about 5 foot or so, lives in a big mansion down the way. Started screaming.
You know, it really would not have been necessary if you had just kept literally all of your shit out of our business.
I actually forget how we wound up getting involved with them.
They just kind of showed up.
They So to go through what had happened, they had planned on killing the horse, Ambrosia Montalban's horse. Uh, you said, please don't interfere with this scam we're running. We're working on the same side. And then what happened to their light was that instead of the horse dying and Ambrosia Montalban being taught a lesson through the power of violence wielded by the proletariat, she instead sold her horse for a slightly less outrageous fortune. This was not an ideal outcome.
Ah.
I don't know, it
Okay.
worked out fine for me.
Yeah.
I got everything I wanted.
Astaroth. Astaroth.
You know, honesty's the best policy.
And
Not here.
And honestly, how we feel about this is that you kind of owe us one. So, we have a proposition for you. There is someone that we need put in an uncomfortable position.
Is it the ground?
Like the back of a Volkswagen.
We have cars?
You have
There's a hearse,
you have-
actually.
you have
so-
Oh,
hearse-
right.
you have
right,
hearses
right.
and carriages, yeah.
Right.
Man, the Volkswagen company really can survive anything.
It's a lot that's happened to them, huh? They just keep fucking up, and it just keeps happening because they build these cute little bugs.
We've gotten slightly off.
We have. Sorry. I'm bringing up my notes so that I can reset myself. So Lord Dayworthy, a slumlord of some renown, has come to our attention as a vulnerable individual. We wish to teach Lord Dayworthy a lesson by means of neutralizing his daughter.
I'm sorry?
Now, wait a second. What's his daughter done?
She has lived fat and prosperous for years off of her father's money, taken from people who are being extorted by the aristocracy. This is not a problem for you?
Now, wait just a moment. I didn't say that. I'm more curious why you'd want to teach him a lesson by killing his daughter when instead you could kill him and, you know, just save a lot more people in this situation.
We disagree.
We do, in fact. His daughter. Astaroth, you talk.
I mean, I could just kill both of them.
You.
The issue, as everything with the aristocracy, is peerage. We could kill Lord Dayworthy, and then his daughter would take up the same mantle, and we would have to kill her, and then where does it stop? You just go one down, so that the person at the top learns their lesson and begins to behave better.
You really think that works? I'm sorry, but the city hasn't changed much in the past 20 years. Despite these things happening again and again, it's almost as though these people don't really care about people one below them.
Whether it works or not, this is the thing that you are going to be doing for us.
Ooh, bossy.
So, Lord Dayworthy has found out about our intentions. This is not good for us.
Now, how did that happen? Did someone screw up?
Yes, everyone screws up.
There you go. Thank you. That's all I needed to hear. Now, what would you have me do?
His daughter, Juniper Dayworthy, is
Sorry, I'm cracking myself up.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I'm really just trying to do setup.
I know, and I'm just leaning really hard into the character here. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
So, Juniper Dayworthy has been sequestered to a safe house. She has not yet left the city. She refuses to do so until she takes part in a deeply illegal street race a few days from now. We would like it if she were put in a compromising position so that a professional of ours can get the job done during the street race. Public, you understand.
All right. Let me speak to some compatriots about this, and we'll be in contact.
Good. I expect to hear from you very soon.
I'll have Jennifer deliver the message.
And she walks out. She does not look back at you.
She does that.
Nudge a guard and say, you know, if someone comes into my office again and I can't even get a description, heads are gonna roll.
You know, I just didn't want to die today.
9-foot tall tiger. That's all you had to say.
Okay?
All right, so I call the two of you over.
I come over.
One thing, Christy, one of your dice, your sections of dice are cursed again.
Oh, damn it.
What?
Y'all figure
Wait,
out
for that.
let me look.
Y'all figure out
first
what you're
things
doing
first.
while I fix that.
Okay, second of all,
They're so haunted. I can't believe they do that.
They actually look fine on my side.
They look like they're on the edges again, and they're completely blank. They're like ghost dice.
yes,
they
they're ghost
actually
dice.
they actually came up correctly on my screen for some reason.
Better, the dice are on their corners.
Yeah, there's this weird thing where it'll load in cubes instead of the correct shape of dice, but they'll still have the collision of the correct shape. So that was, I don't know if you could tell, but that was one of the blooded. Just some henchman, I'm sure.
9-foot tall tiger.
You know. Anyway, they want us to put someone into a position where they can kill them.
I don't feel great about that, to be quite honest with you.
I mean, they are a noble. It's not like they're real people. A little bit of revolutionary humor.
Have they tried killing the other one?
Have they tried killing the other one? Oh, the father. No, I tried, I suggested that, but they didn't seem to think that was a good idea. Because, you know, their idea of how things should work has gone so well over the past couple of decades.
Have they tried killing both of them?
I thought of that too. They just weren't going for it.
This is a lot. This is a lot at once. I think I'm just going to sit here and have a hot dog. You two discuss this.
So what do you think then?
Is it me? It's an audio medium. I don't know who's being talked to.
Well, Galaxy just said that she was gonna sit here and eat a hot dog while we talked about it, so.
Oh, okay, yes. I feel like this could be done pretty easily.
I mean, it's certainly nothing that I think we couldn't handle.
Well, given how we handled literally all of the other ones so far.
We've only done 2 things, and the other one would have gone fucking swimmingly if that woman hadn't started screaming at us out of nowhere.
Yeah, 50%. That's enough.
That's right. That's right. 1 to 1. Those are good odds.
I don't have a lot of sympathy for nobility in general.
Yeah, I don't think I can care enough to actually.
Yeah.
Wait, am I really the only one of us who's killed someone before?
I
have definitely done that before.
I haven't really had
You're
to.
not just saying that to impress me, are you?
No. I did that really bad because she has canonically done that, so...
You know, you don't have to impress me. I love you already, the both of you.
I usually deal with dogs. both of the kinds of dogs. I don't usually, and
the
well,
cat
the
ones
kind,
and the dog ones.
Yeah, the cat ones, the dog ones, the people who give the information, the people who mysteriously die after giving the information. But I've never actually. So this is kind of weird.
The way I see it is we have 2 options. We either do this for them, or we foil their plans and possibly become pariahs in our own city.
I'm not saying not kill her. I'm saying make sure that she's completely deserving of death before we kill her. But if she dies, I guess she dies.
Jennifer, what can you tell me about this woman?
I'm trying to figure out whether I want to give you that information now or if that's something you're going to need to... No, that's absolutely something you're going to need to do
all right.
So legwork scene on.
So Jennifer does not have the information immediately.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and start up the 15-minute timer.
All right.
And y'all can get into your first planning session and kind of decide what your first practices are.
All right. So obviously, the first thing we need to do is find out what kind of person this young lady is. If the benefit she has received from her father outweighs any good she's done.
That's all I want, really. Because, yeah, nobility can burn.
In the meantime, we should also set up some sort of plan in either direction. That is, figure out, I don't know, figure out both how to get to her, and I'm having a hard time putting this together in my head.
How to get and how to foil if necessary.
We've got to come up with some sort of plan in either direction. So, y'all two have any ideas for how to get this information and this stuff into place?
Let's see. We have things you know about, the right kind of people, entertainers, music, poetry, theater, literature. Are cars art? I am bringing this philosophical question to the table.
Are cars art? This is a great question, one that's, I think, very worthy. No.
It's art like music, and that is not supposed to provoke any feeling whatsoever.
Yeah.
But it does bring a lot of emotion to the table. Have you seen Car Show? The big car show that happens sometimes?
The big one,
We
yes.
have a classic car show in Oklahoma that happens twice a year.
There is a big one there. Wow.
You can tell because they fucking shut down like half the city while a bunch of assholes parade their 1950s mobiles down the road.
Exactly. And this is that, but go fast. So I feel like at least somebody would be from my people would be there. I don't know exactly in what capacity. But that's the event itself. That's not the finding out. We don't know anything about her, so we don't know necessarily where she frequents other than the car show thing. What does her dad do again?
So, Lord Dayworthy is about the only person that you have any information on coming into this. I'm actually going to pause the timer very quickly.
All right.
Okay, good. That does pause it and it doesn't just crash. I don't know. I have timers from...
It's not Hollow Knight.
I have timers from weird places. So...
Is this a Samsung or an iPad? What brand tablet is that?
That's a tabletop simulator brand iPad.
It's a tabletop simulator brand tablet. It's a Berserk Games original.
Wow.
So Lord Dayworthy runs just a bunch of really shitty tenement apartments. They're the...
Oh, he's a landlord.
He's a slumlord.
Yes, exactly.
He's a slum. God.
It's very bad. The
You should have
places that he
started
have.
with that.
I'm pretty sure I put it in the description.
Did
I not?
I think you said. I think I heard slumworthy, and it didn't click to me what that meant.
Yeah,
at all.
Lord Slumworthy runs just a horrible swath of tenements near the city walls. Because of course, the closer you get to the city center, where the castle and royalty is, the better things tend to get. All along the city walls, it's just kind of and that's where he has a bunch of property, and people live there, and kind of wish they didn't, but don't have options.
Okay, that's her dad. That's her dad.
Yeah.
Did you see what Badder? Look at what Badder has done. I love it.
I hate it very specifically. Thank you.
So, is there any way that we can figure out that I would get to dress up as a masked crime fighter?
I mean, we travel around with a plague doctor already. You can. Do you have another one of those masks?
I mean, I can get more of them.
You know where they live.
I know where they live.
So technically, we could be a bird crew for birds.
Absolutely.
We could walk slowly up the street as bass-heavy music plays. That's the Matrix.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, okay. I forgot about that movie.
Or Reservoir Dogs. That
I
also
actually have
had
not
that scene.
seen.
I'm actually not sure what it's originally a reference to, because it's in so many movies.
I think that's just how they are.
That's just how movies is.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a reference to Akira. Everything else is.
Okay, I know. I think let's just say that. That sounds about right.
All right, so we need to go talk to her and people who know her, as well as the media, see if we can get information about all sides of her character.
And then once that's done, we can go about the business of killing or not killing as desired.
After that, we need to see if we can figure out where her safe house is, first of all.
Who do we have on that? You don't have a lot of information, and it's frustrating.
Well, that's why you have so much time.
And so many moles. And by that, I mean one mole.
Speaking of time, I'm not trying to push you, but I do wish it to be known that you have 10 minutes left.
Okay.
Oh, so we just gotta make a plan real quick.
You still have plenty of time to talk. This is only a third of your time you've used.
Is this the Fast and the Furious episode?
It's not the Fast and the Furious episode.
All right, so I can get us a hearse, as we've established before.
Are you
And that's,
suggesting we enter the illegal street race?
I think that's a great
Oh my
idea.
god, we enter the illegal street race.
Ooh, this sounds like fun.
In the Deathmobile. Yes! We are all
This
first.
is great.
I
And
This
then
love
is a
it.
great plan.
We can use that to identify who else in the race might be blooded in case we are, or in case we decide to go against them.
We can take them out from the inside out.
Yeah, we'll
this
give
is
them a
so good.
potion. We'll give them a
We'll
potion,
throw
a
the
fire
potion
potion.
out the car and explode everything.
What do they call that potion that makes the cars go fast? Nitrous oxidus?
Yes,
Oh my god.
absolutely. That's what it's
Oh
called.
God, I hate it.
Wonderful. Fantastic.
Okay, but we are getting ahead of ourselves a little bit here, in that we have already switched to Drag Race instead of any information whatsoever. So Jennifer Legacy. We're gonna do a legwork scene for Jennifer Legacy. You know, Jennifer Legacy. Blessed be her name. And then
Jennifer Legacy, whose name is Jennifer Legacy.
you know,
Her name is
specifically.
Jennifer Legacy, you know.
Yeah.
I'll put it in chat so we all know.
We should
Oh my
never mention her during planning sessions because it uses up like 15 minutes.
Don't worry, I paused.
Appreciate it.
I judiciously use the pause button when I feel that y'alls are like drifting into doing a bit, because I don't want to stop you from doing that, but also there is a time limit for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, not talking about Jennifer Legacy.
All right, so far we've got discover information on this person
Yes.
from all sides, and then also figure out how to join this illegal drag race and scope out the other competitors.
Okay, so should we just depend on Jennifer Legacy, or should I like go to my people?
I think it'll be Jennifer Legacy going to the media, and then your peoples would be more helpful in finding out about her and about her from friends and family.
Okay, so I'm just going to be asking them to case basically all the parties that are going on this Wednesday night, you know, as you do, and see what's
Meanwhile,
going
I'm
on.
also going to see if I can figure out where her safe house is.
Oh yeah, you have the big money and the big people.
And then we
And-
sabotage her car.
Wait. Orchid? Not yet. Not yet. You have potions and death. You can
Yes.
look into you can look into car if you want to look into car. We're probably going
Making
to
a
have to do that
nitrous
regardless.
oxidus.
Yes. You can either make your strongest potion, or you can start car do
Start the car.
to have
Okay. To have and to use them.
to have and to hold the car.
Oh, God damn it.
the nitrous oxidus for the car to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3 scenes, I guess.
I guess so.
Are y'all good with that? You still have like 5 minutes.
We could say
Well,
Jennifer
here-
Legacy's name again
yeah.
for like the next, 4.5.
That'd certainly use up time.
What aspect of nitrous oxidus is dangerous to the user?
The
can-
part where it blows
It can
up.
explode
Also,
if
You don't wanna
injected
breathe in the-
improperly.
you don't want to breathe in the fumes either.
That's true, because that'll make you giggly.
Yes. You're joking? Yes.
No, I'm serious. That's what
Wait.
nitrous oxide does.
That's what,
What?
it's used for in other professions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's what dentists
It's
get
called
used.
laughing gas.
Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I thought that was a different thing.
No, it's a relaxant.
I thought that was a different, more discreet nitrous oxide.
No, same nitrous oxide.
Why
But-
does chemicals work that way? Why do they have the same names?
Because they're made
Because
of the same.
it's the same chemical.
Yeah,
Right.
they do both. They do both things.
Mm-hmm. They also propel whipped cream.
Oh
It
my
also
God.
makes you go fast. You
I
breathe it in.
hate this.
You can go fat. You can use nitrous oxide to go fast, to relax, and to propel your whipped cream out of a can.
At the same time.
I hate how chemicals work. I'm having a crisis.
It's a lot.
I forgot that chemicals do many things at once.
Mm-hmm.
So you do have 5 minutes left. I'm trying to what your immediate plan is get information on Juniper Dayworthy
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
to try and figure out how carriage races do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And try and figure out where her safe house is. These are your three prongs currently.
And also guilty or not guilty or guilty.
That's going to come with finding the information on her.
Yeah.
So we need to make
As well
a
as-
tracking.
If I can find her safe house, see if we can talk to her directly.
We can make a tracking potion.
I mean,
You know how they are, tracking
we
potions, and
would
how they
need-
work?
I think
would
you'd have
need-
to actually feed that to her before we could do anything with it, though.
Yeah,
That's
or,
fine.
Or have...
See, I have outdrink someone as a skill here.
Like the
Mhm.
paintball. It's like the
Yeah.
paintballs in Monster Hunter.
Exactly.
Just get her to drink it, and you can track her anywhere with your mini map.
Or I
Yep.
guess if you had something of her, we could talk
Do magic on her.
Yes, literally. One of the houses do that to do the
Ah.
thing. So we could, in fact, track
All
theoretically.
right, that would be a good way to try and track down her safe house then.
Yeah, we could probably just spend an influence point to have the people, I don't remember the people's name, but one of the houses get her to find the
Mhm.
person.
Bad Road says to put the potion in a hot dog, and I think that's a good plan.
Absolutely. That's one of the illegal toppings, actually.
Is potion.
Tracking
It's
potion or
tracking
hot
potion.
tub?
Both, yeah.
Hot tub is an illegal topping too.
Hot tub isn't illegal.
It's just so rich.
It's like how, like,
And
It's like a-
chlorinated.
yeah, you put the chlorine.
Chlorine pool dog. It's a pool dog.
You dip it in
man.
a
I like
chlorine
your
pool.
chlorinated hot dog.
It tastes like how you feel after getting out of a chlorinated pool. It's the worst.
I sell it to swimmers mostly. It's just
Yeah.
for swimmers.
They can't taste it anyway.
I think we've already done hot dog time machine Bad Road.
Yeah, that's already been done. Don't worry.
I think we did that bit last time. So I think that's all our things.
All right. You don't have a lot of time. I'm just gonna whack stop on this timer.
All right.
So, first things first. Hey, do you remember our good friend Heat?
Yes, I do.
I'm trying to make a joke. 1 second.
Okay.
Heat is something that we're all still learning to utilize effectively.
That's correct.
All right, so we get one per person automatically at the start of each.
Yeah.
All right.
I want one.
I
no,
don't
it's
think
not.
My game froze.
It's a
Oh,
pool.
no.
It's a
Oh.
heat pool.
Why is it when I grab that, it freezes my computer?
I don't know.
That's a
It's
good
working
question.
fine
It
for me.
shouldn't. Oh, hey,
Well,
are
I
these
guess-
dice still haunted?
no.
Oh,
They
I was
still look
holding.
the same to me,
They're
but
black.
they looked correct in the first place.
Okay.
I was holding alt. Is what was happening.
Ah. I don't think, I
Okay.
think the first thing that she can do starts at 5, so you don't have to worry about
Yeah,
it
you don't have to worry
until
about it just yet.
the second day. It's
Uh,
fine.
So the who's taking lead on the first thing?
All right, what order are we doing these scenes in?
Would the finding out be the first thing? Probably. I mean, that's very
finding out
vague.
what
Learning.
Yeah.
Learning info.
Learning about.
All right,
Things.
so we're sending Jennifer Legacy off to check with the media while we are going to be learning about about her from friends and media outlets. So that's Mox taking the lead on this, correct?
Yeah, I guess I'm hitting up some. this is a question about this internal structure of the mummers, I suppose.
Okay.
Would there not be an internal media? Is there not like a master of ceremonies, but for information gathering?
I imagine this may or may not actually be written in the like journal in the like player's guidebook, and if it's
Mm.
not, I don't care. It's real now. I presume that the mummers also run whatever sort of town crier kind of service there is.
Yeah, like I'm a part of the network in terms of like I'm the word on the street in terms of like people give me information, I sell information, etc., etc. Notes get passed in hot dog paper. How you do.
No, well, no, that's going to be more. So the mummers would have an official kind of capacity in terms of
Uh,
like news gathering. Like they're on the
News.
street corner shouting, hear ye,"
Oh, that's what you
a whole
mean.
bunch of shit's going down,
Yeah.
and taking money for that. The thing you just described is more the realm of the forgotten, who are
Ah.
street urchins and other other ruffians and tuffians.
Rough, tough puffians.
Ruffians, tuffians. Some of them are puppians. It's
Well, most of them are puppians.
animal crime just goes off the fucking rails sometimes.
When you said Master of Ceremonies is for information, the name immediately popped into my head, MC Metrics, and I feel like that should be the name of an MCP.
I'll
I
write
said
that.
the thing, don't worry.
Yes.
You're not coming through the mic.
What did Stuart say that MC stood for earlier?
Mic Commander.
Mike.
Oh, I thought it was
Commander.
Master of Ceremonies.
No,
It is. It
It
is.
is.
He said Mike Commander, and then like his
That's so
entire
good.
chat corrected him.
That's so great, though. That should be what it is.
So Mox, you're taking the lead on finding which information?
From parties and stuff, I guess. How I have already forgotten her name.
Her name is Juniper.
The Juniper Day worthy person.
Not Juniper Legacy.
Not Juniper Legacy, and definitely not Jennifer Legacy.
No, that's not her name. Her
is
name's
not
Jennifer Legacy.
So, is it going to turn out that she is actually the masked hero, Lady Nightworthy?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, listen, we have to find that out. We have to roll for it to know for sure.
The
You know
roll
what?
to
I
know.
have a bunch of notes that just keep getting longer, and I don't know why you do this to yourselves.
That's worrisome, but okay. Yeah, I guess I would be
See, everyone
Just
assumed...
looking for like what you Mox are doing is looking for like information that is easy to find about Juniper and what her
whole
deal
shit
is.
Yeah, her whole deal.
Find out if she's a good person, as nebulous as that may sound.
As very, very value free.
I doubt.
Completely cloudy.
So let's look at our sheet here. So describe one thing you want to get out of the scene. You're looking for information. You want to know what is easily known about Juniper. Describe the place you were going to go to get it. Name me any place you would go to get this thing done.
Okay, so we haven't named a thing in a while. I'm going to go to the Big Top. It's not a circus.
The Big Top, where all of the mummers hang out.
Yeah, it's not a circus.
It's a club? Is it a club?
It's a circus. It's a circus themed
club.
Is it a circus themed club?
It's a circus themed club. It's not. It's very specifically not a circus. Listen, all of you
It's a
who's
juggalo
walking
club.
in here.
But they do
Don't
play...
bring your kids.
They do play March of the Gladiator on a loop 24/7, though.
Yeah, basically, is the problem.
Is that what that track's called? It's
It's
called March of the Gladiator?
Yeah.
Yeah, that what do you like? You know.
Yeah, I think of gladiators when I hear that track. Sure.
Yeah, me too.
that particular
We've
bop.
associated it so heavily with circuses now.
Yeah, but like I also don't think I could ever think of it as a gladiator
Maybe
song.
It's supposed to be like a celebratory song as our heroes, the gladiators, entered the arena.
I also
Oh
think that it
no.
probably would have sounded like stronger and more somber on something that isn't a calliope.
Yes.
Yes, that is also true.
Okay.
I don't feel like it was a very good. It was not a very good gladiator song, or it would have been. I feel like.
Also, times change. Sorry, go ahead.
How you are going to get this information? I suppose you're just going around talking to people.
I was gonna roll.
What the
I
fuck?
had a. Well,
Gonna rope in some mummers.
I
I
just
was
looked. So apparently Astaroth has a skill that's just called shoot someone. I just
Yep.
noticed
Yeah.
it just now.
Yep, 65% ability to shoot someone.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a good.
Oh god.
It's a good shoot percent. It's over 50.
Yeah.
Better than coin flip.
I have had a bad track record with individual situations.
All
Sure.
right.
So I'm a bit
You want
worried
someone who can talk to people to come with you.
because I
It's
could
really good at
absolutely
that kind of social stuff.
because I could absolutely talk to our Mike commander
Mm-hmm.
and see if she would do me a solid,
Mm-hmm.
or if she has any information that she can just share, or we could literally go clubbing in the big top.
This song is about me.
We could absolutely go clubbing in the big top. We don't have to talk to the big fancy lady. Let's go clubbing in the big top.
All right, so you want me to come with you?
I mean, both of you can come. I mean, it's a club. I don't think.
Yeah, we should all go. I feel like that's a good idea.
Sounds like a plan. We can pretend to be drunk teenagers.
Or kid's gonna outdrink someone.
This
You're
is
so-
just your goal is to just outdrink people, huh?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go in there and outdrink someone. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna have an unsettling presence too. Don't worry. I'll be wearing the plague
Oh
mask.
my god. Listen, there's gothy people in there. You're gonna fit right in. It's fine.
There's so many. There's a lot of goths at this circus club.
Mm.
Yeah, it's more of like it's a rave kind of situation. There's what do you call those? There are other chemicals. I forget what the other chemicals are.
MDMA.
Yeah, I was about to
I mean,
say, like, what
also-
you mean?
Also those. I mean
Yeah.
the
Dopamine,
chemicals.
serotonin,
I mean the chemicals that light up when you do the thing.
fluorescence.
Yes.
Bioluminescence, yes.
Okay, so-
Bioluminescent glow sticks.
Orca's gonna
There's
bring
a-
a glowing plague mask and
Okay.
wear
I
it
just
the whole time.
realized that there's actually been quite a few rolls I should have been adding extra advantage dice to.
Whoops.
Holy shit! Yeah, I'm gonna do what Andy's saying right now and have a curly star on the side of it.
Mm.
That
So you
just
can
like
sit from the
no,
front
I'm sorry. That just like extrudes when you
into
need
the
it.
tip. Because yes, yeah, that's better. Yep, that's good. It
Just
does that.
slides out the front.
Yeah, and you suck up the drink.
Yep.
So
The DJ is an anglerfish.
all three of you, you're earning 2 heat because Xenon's conspicuous like everywhere.
Every single place.
Orchid's conspicuous almost everywhere just because she's huge and like
Towering
towering,
and stares blankly
and
at
just-
everyone.
and just deeply goth, and that's not a infraculture that people really have heard of.
She can fit in the big top. Everybody fits in the big top.
Yeah, but you do have to walk there.
Yeah, it's
Neither
true.
of you are, so all three of you make your way to the Big Top, a club for mummers, as
Is
it
it-
says now in my notes.
Is it downtown?
Yeah, it's in a nice district. You both
So-
are fine there.
So we're making our way downtown.
You're making your way downtown, clubbing fast.
Yep.
Faces
no,
past with
no,
your top
that's
band.
fine. Mm. That's good. No, you've done this. That's fine.
So your first obstacle is going to be getting in. This is not going to be very difficult. The bouncer outside, who is like a 6.5-foot tall, like
Spin
very
that wheel, Christy.
very sturdy looking. Oh, thank you, Mox. You're such a good friend for reminding me to spin the wheel.
The cactus wheel or what wheel?
Just
Yes, definitely the cactus
just a
wheel.
6.5 foot tall wombat
Sweet.
Nice.
That's great.
in
I'd look them up really quick. 1 second.
in classic clown makeup, just the size of a wall. Says,
Oi, mate, I'm the Joker.
hello, mate, I'm the Joker.
Oh well, mate, I'm the Joker. We live in a society.
We live in a society.
We live in a society.
We live
He sort of. The wombat sort of like nods at you as you
As we say that out loud.
nods at you, Galaxy, as you come up. So like, oh, who's his friends?
Yeah, they're good, love. They're real close friends of mine. Yeah, just want to slip in and get some info, slip back out. You know how it is. Maybe have some fun, do the rounds, meet some, people.
Yeah, all right. Just don't be causing trouble, you two.
Oh, me? Nah, them? Nah. Don't worry about them.
I give
Hey.
the bouncer a big wink.
Oh, don't.
You don't.
Let's
you
just
should-
go inside.
All right.
Don't worry about her. She's like that. It's
All right.
fine.
So
That's the charisma. It's fine.
you're just in now. I said optional. I
Nice.
didn't really mean that. I just did want to establish that there's a giant wombat outside.
I think
That's
that's
a good thing
important
to
to establish.
Yeah.
I have to
So
look that up real quick. 1 second.
I thought you
forgot-
just looked up what a wombat looked like.
No, see, I looked at Christy's iPad and it wasn't there. Now I know it's fine.
Okay.
is it
Wombats are adorable.
Yeah, I actually think you're not seeing the same thing I'm seeing.
I
No,
ignored that in the
I'm-
top left corners. I was expecting it to be a bat.
I'm
Oh,
seeing a
no.
capybara.
Yeah, wombat's sort of like it's sort of a rodent, I think. Actually, it's probably a marsupial.
It's a marsupial, yeah.
yeah.
They
And-
look like large pig rats.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like a street puppy.
Mm-hmm.
So you
They're
just so you are all three of you just making the rounds, chatting up people, trying to find information, yeah?
I mean, Orchid's trying to outdrink people.
Yeah, I'm doing that. That's how you get the
Absolutely.
information. Don't worry.
Okay then, I'm gonna spin our thing a little bit. So Galaxy's role is what's gonna determine pass or fail.
Gossip
Mhm.
with commoners, I think, is what this technically.
It is,
I don't-
but let's resolve some other roles first. So Orchid's trying to outdrink some people, so why don't you roll me an outdrink someone roll?
Okay, so I have to roll under it, right?
You do have to roll under it. I'm going to flip your sheet just so I can see what that is. It is a
That's on the other-
65.
Oh,
So hang on, please quit shaking. Thank you. Which of these is your tens place for your dice?
all right. Which is the off-color one? Because I think it's the
There's
lighter
two-
one.
There's two of
the
them,
mint
so
one.
they are both.
both off color.
That's unfortunate because I'm not. I guess the lighter, the greenish one is one of them. What's
The,
what's
the one on the right
both.
here. Yeah.
the one on the right is the tens place.
Okay.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure.
That is a skill also to shoot someone, which I just learned.
That's a 31.
If
That's
I
very
can,
Very
good.
well.
That's a success.
Very well.
I've done it.
You've done it. You've finally done it. You climbed that whole
That is a
mountain.
success, so we're gonna add a advantage dice to that roll. Hey, Astaroth, how do you intend to help your friend get the information she desires?
Well, I'm gonna track down people who might be familiar with the girl and convince them that I'm looking out for her best interests.
Sounds good to me. Roll the thing.
All right, I gotta roll what? Under 90.
You have to roll under 90. It's very which.
Yellow's tens.
Thank you.
Good luck. Be careful.
We're all counting on you.
As an
That's
81.
81. It's still a success.
It is still a success.
The
Oh,
closer you
really?
get to the number, the better it is.
Mhm.
Yes.
And again, because you're a boss, you add 2 advantage dice.
Only if they're nobles, which I suppose they would be because they're friends of hers,
That's
supposedly.
not necessarily the
Oh,
case, and
right.
certainly not this one. So
Okay.
I thought that was another one of your boss things.
How's-
Coordinate.
Just a sec, let me flip.
How she's
No, I
treating
was
the
looking
little
at
people, I
coordinate.
guess.
It's on your boss sheet on the other side.
Oh. Coordinate with a member of your crew helps another with a task while you're in the scene. Add 2 advantage dice to the. Okay, so that means we add. Yeah, we add.
Oh, that actually means we add another.
Yeah, we add
advantage dice
2 for both me and Orchid's help.
Holy heck.
So 4 advantage dice.
That's a gosh awful lot of advantage dice.
If I
Uh-huh.
fail on
Few
this
of them,
somehow,
huh?
I don't know how.
So
I
you're
don't
going
think
to.
someone is the skill, Bad Road.
Oh, I can't believe that's 4, you said? 4 advantage dice?
Isn't it?
This is just an eldritch monster of dice here.
Yeah,
It's
and this is going to go
beautiful.
well for you, I think.
10s would be purple, I guess.
All right, what are you rolling against?
Gossip
with
commoners.
commoners.
All right.
It looks like it's gonna explode.
It does.
Oh, let me just drop
I mean,
that.
it might.
31.
That is a 31 with 1 advantage.
Wow. Wow.
Feel good.
There's
Feel good.
These dice are so detailed up close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the Dusk City
Ooh.
Outlaws
Ooh.
book actually comes with like resources for this.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I had to do some finagling to get them to go right, and I didn't get it right on the disadvantage dice, which is why I have to keep remaking them every time we load the scene. But hey. So you have this was an easy roll and you knocked it out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what is easily known about Juniper Dayworthy. People fucking love Juniper Dayworthy.
Oh no.
She's so great. She's so great. She's one of the like her dad's a shitty noble who runs a bunch of like slums, and people were against her for a while because of that. But she like constantly like thumbs her nose at her dad's wishes so she can go race in the horribly perilous illegal carriage races, which she doesn't win all the time, but survives enough to where she's still interesting to watch.
Sorry, I thought you were going to say survives enough so that she's still alive.
Survive. Well,
That
she
too.
that also.
Don't-
and
that
that's,
too.
Listen, let's not discount that importance.
It's fine, she has a bubble that explodes and she's safe.
She has a special money
Exactly.
bubble that keeps her safe.
Well,
That's the thing. Is that, oh, excuse me. I've accidentally turned my something's happened to my body. I'm sorry.
I hope your body is better now.
It's
Yes.
fine. I was about to say a thing that was going to upset someone. So, and like the police do not like the illegal carriage races, hence their illegality. And she got wrapped up in one of the like big sweeps for racers, and she could have walked away scot-free because the nobles are a protected class, but she demanded to be taken to prison with everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
She's pretty rad, Juniper Dayworthy.
I knew it. These blooded folks, they just don't really look into what they're doing. It's no wonder we don't see any change. I think they might want the status quo to continue.
Weird how people in power do that.
So, the Blooded are deeply not in power. They're also relatively new.
Wait, are they? I thought we
If
were
they're
all
relatively new, that puts them in a whole new light that makes me want to fuck them up even more.
Yeah, like
so,
we can destroy.
So, all right. So I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into this because I feel like I have not done a great job explaining it. Then, so you all, like Mox was about to intimate, are part of cartels. You are bound by what is called the agreement, and this thing keeps everyone else out of everyone else's hair so that you all can make as much money as possible. And part of the agreement is not upsetting the apple cart too much, because that means that you're going to make less money. The Blooded specifically are not a cartel because they do not care about upsetting the apple cart. They would like to flip the apple cart all the way over and throw the apples at anyone who is, still alive after the apple cart gets flipped. That got away from me. But
They're
So
poison
basically,
apples.
they are people who could be allied with me if they weren't such wieners.
they could be allied with you because they share your goal of abolishing rather a lot of what the current society is built on. Unfortunately, their plans mostly go from zero to kill somebody.
Mm.
Mm, I know somebody like that. Uh, what are we?
Yeah, but they live on a different continent. Don't worry about it.
And possibly in the past?
And possibly in the past. We haven't established that yet. I like to think these are happening at about the same time, though, and it's just the cultures have gone in very different directions due to the ocean in the middle.
Weird how the sea changes people.
The sea, the treacherous bastard who, who makes a mockery of us all and our morality.
Where were
Who are
we?
you, Herman Melville? Yes, thank you, Andy.
I don't know where we are anymore.
We're in
So
kind of across the ocean a bit.
So that's the information. That's the information you could learn about Juniper Dayworthy. That's what you get out of your success. You also rolled an advantage die, so what I'm going to give you for that is that you met someone who absolutely partied with Juniper in the last couple of days.
Nice.
They were under. They were with some people. They have no idea where Juniper is, but they were with some people who seemed like they were criminals and also bodyguarding them to a great extent. There was an appreciable zone of quiet around them as they drank.
Oh, that's going to be
not
an
a, so
issue.
not a zone of truth, a zone of quiets.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
mean-
cast Zone of Quiet.
The quiet can be the truth.
Quiet can be the truth.
No news is good news, and the good news.
The thing
It's
about
news.
quiet, though, is it can also be the lie.
Oh no. You're right.
I just threw your whole shit into the air.
And you're gonna shoot it. You're gonna juggle it. And it's gonna oh no. I needed that stuff. Now it's full of holes and it's on the floor. What am I going to do?
So what you're going to do, I presume, is enjoy a bit of a drink and then leave the big top.
That sounds like a plan to me.
All right.
Oh
So,
yeah,
All
we
right,
can't get
we
too-
do that.
So what is your next thing?
Okay, what was our next thing?
We had a plan. We
Uh,
did for sure.
My brain's
Absolutely.
not at 100% tonight due to the season, so...
That's fine. The other two things that you intimated you were going to look into were the race and
Right, figuring out how to join the race.
Jennifer Legacy.
Oh yeah, and Jennifer Legacy should be back with her information from media outlets and such too.
Okay.
So let's talk to Jennifer Legacy real quick.
Who is it? Jennifer Legacy?
Yeah,
Jen-
Jennifer Legacy.
Jennifer
Don't
Legacy
you know?
is her name.
Okay, let's go talk to Jennifer Legacy.
She has done an adamant job, but she does not have information for you that you didn't just receive. Like the media outlets like talking about Juniper because of all the reasons that I stated, right? She is an interesting figure. She's a member of the nobility and then also goes into horrible kart races. Slips on the banana peel and does a wow like that.
Okay, so I want to make clear that I start this conversation with Jennifer Legacy, tell me about Juniper Dayworthy.
She does that.
She does that, and it is the thing I just said.
I just had to get that line in.
All right.
I feel like she's an assistant, like well, I mean, she is an assistant.
She's a
but,
very
like,
good assistant. And she's very good at like digging out information. But you asked her to like go talk to media outlets, and the media outlets have
Yeah,
this
relatively little compared.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which is
that's
about
not.
what I expected.
Mm, I meant that she sounds like the robot. Astaroth made her sound like the robot, one of the robots that shall not be named, that do the thing with the information. Branding.
What?
I don't know what the hell's happening right now.
Do you mean
Uh,
Siri?
yes, but I was
Okay.
trying
Oh,
Yeah.
to
I mean, you can
avoid.
address someone by their name.
But
And Jennifer Legacy prefers it when you address her by her name, which is Jennifer
Which is
Legacy.
Her
Jennifer
full
Legacy.
name.
I don't know what I expected.
All right, so now we got to figure out about this race, and that sounds exactly like something that someone like me could find a way to learn about, because I have connections in all sorts of things that people might bet on.
That sounds
right.
reasonable to me. So we're gonna look again at getting the job done.
Mm-hmm.
It is not Bad Road.
What is the one thing that you want to get out of the scene?
I want to. Well, there's two things I want to get out of the scene.
Okay.
One of which is figuring out how to get into the race, which is in the end to figure out who in the race is the one who's supposed to be taking out Juniper.
Okay. You're not going to be able to get both of those pieces of information at the same time.
All right, then we're going to have to go with getting into the race first for this scene.
Okay.
Because that's going to allow me to get there to the next part of the information.
Describe the place you were going to get this piece of information.
All right, well, we got to, well, first of all, where the street race is taking place normally, and do we have any idea who organizes them?
You would have some idea who organizes them because, as you say, it is something that people bet on.
Mm-hmm.
Odds are really high that they take place in the slums, or tend to, because the cops are less likely to go in there, and people are less likely to complain. The people who live there enjoy the spectacle. It's something for
Okay.
them.
Yeah.
But you won't have like the track or anything. That's information that's very well guarded, because if that information gets out, then the cops will show up
Yeah.
in force.
It's something that probably even the drivers don't know till the last minute.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. All right, well, then I am going to visit with the people who are organizing the thing and see if I can get either myself or one of my compatriots involved. By the way, can either of you drive?
That's a good.
Do either of you have the pilot vehicle skill?
Yeah,
Okay.
you have pilot car.
I think I do.
I have pilot pile of puppies.
Okay, so I
So
can argue that running is like driving,
I mean,
and I can run good.
you have a hearse, right?
Yeah,
you
so-
have
I
to
do
be able
have
to drive
that.
to a certain extent. Are you able to race, though?
Of course, absolutely.
So
That's your entire argument in favor?
Absolutely. Do I have these race skills
so
as far as
Oh.
you know?
I have a horse.
I'm looking.
I have a
Is there a horse in the race?
Put the horse on the hearse. Do it a
Yes.
horse-drawn hearse.
I'm looking at all of your stuff, and none of you have anything.
Is
Like-
there a skill that would be functional in this case, or is this completely outside of the bounds of the base game?
Oh no, there are classes like that are like getaway driver, right?
Okay, so it does exist.
Yeah.
Can there not be like a getaway alchemist that I could do?
If you can. So, if you can find a way to build an alchemical object that they will allow you to
ride?
race, then sure.
What about a be good at driving potion?
Oh yeah, I'll make one of those.
That's a little.
I don't know.
I know.
Potion that when you drink it,
I
it
don't-
makes you good
You-
at
you
driving.
drive-
I don't like saying no. I am just going to say no to this one.
Okay, so I have a car though. I feel like I could
You do
use the
have
car.
you do
And
have a
like,
car, and the car comes equipped with a driver. That's part of the.
oh wait, it comes with a driver? I thought I was
Okay, so we're gonna have to probably hire a driver for this.
okay.
Or you could do that also.
Fortunately, I have all the money, so that's not a problem.
Yeah, and I can do the talking and convince them. Oh wait, actually I have convinced someone. What the fuck? I didn't
You
know that.
do.
You have a better one though.
I have a much higher convince someone, yes.
I have charisma, which is
Also
not
hot
the same
dogs.
thing. Oh yeah, also hot dogs, which are basically the same thing as charisma.
So where are you going to? You're going to talk to the. You said you were going to talk to the people who run the race
Yes.
to try and figure out how you would get someone into that race.
Exactly. I want to get my own driver into this.
Okay, where are you going to do that at? I do not care, name literally any place.
How about Owo's then?
Owo's
Yes,
this.
I think that's
Absolutely.
great.
Okay.
Owo, a place for stripping.
Also, I do want to. I want everyone, everywhere to know that when Chrissy asked for a name of a coffee place that was furry, I did say Slurp and Owo as a coffee place name.
Yeah, that's correct.
And that was the forbidden one that we can't use.
I had to say no because Katie had already come up with Owo's for the strip
Oh
club.
wait, you did it first.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would have kept it otherwise.
I think a real coffee place should be called Slurp and Owo.
This is where you go to notice your bulge.
So you go to you go to Owo's, the place where they notice your bulge.
Why is that the coffee place? When does that happen with coffee?
Notices your creamer. Notices your lumps. Notices your swizzle stick.
Are you just gonna keep digging that hole, eh?
Notices
Yeah, 1 second. I have a
your
command.
I
I
think
have the
Mox
whole
is
command.
dying. Are you okay?
No, but it's fine.
So you go to Owo's, and there's a big table. You know, it's one of those corner booths with like the like half curtains in front of them,
Mm-hmm.
the sort of thing. Currently on the bar there is a I'm hitting my random animals button. There is a tapir doing a strip tease.
Tapir?
Tapir, sure. Tapir?
Tapir.
Tapper.
Tapper, yes, because they're at the bar.
There's a Snoop puppy doing a strip tease on the bar.
Please, somebody add that to the quote bot immediately.
And there are ox and a donkey in in suits
I meant.
sitting around clearly waiting for you. Who's all in this scene, by the way? I've sort of
who
skipped
came
over
with
that
me?
bit.
We're all in.
We're all
We're
in,
just going all in, huh?
we're all in the strip club.
All of you went to Owo's.
We all
Yes.
went to Owo's.
Okay, I'm not going to give any of you heat for this because people do not acknowledge when they've seen each other in strip clubs.
Yeah,
That's-
okay, there we go.
That's so good. All
Don't-
right.
You are not going to be able to utilize this a lot.
Only if we go to a strip club.
No, what I'm saying is don't put that in your ooh fancy workaround box and suddenly every scene's at Owo's. That's not how that is.
That.
You know I'm
okay.
not a power gamer.
Alright.
Besides, we can't spend all our time at Owo's. Eventually, someone would notice.
So-
Would they though?
No, I'm just gonna, no,
They're waiting.
no, you don't get to do I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it to
They're waiting.
die.
They're waiting for you there.
All right, we're gonna saunter on up to that table and sit down. And I'm gonna order a round of drinks for everyone.
That's good. While they Okapi? There's a lot more, like, animals in here than I thought there were.
Hell yeah, maybe they're adding more to it.
Maybe.
Every day they're developing new animals.
Every day they're just developing new animals to put into their thing. It's really quite something. The bartender, like, takes your orders and walks off. What did I say, ox and donkey? The ox speaks up. Hmm. So what did you want from us?
Well, I heard about these races that have been happening in the poor neighborhoods, and you all know me by reputation at the very least.
Oh yeah, you run just the second biggest casino.
The second biggest casino.
We've established this.
Yeah.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
Sorry, my brain is not all here.
Yeah, the place where the big race takes place is the biggest casino.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever anyone says the big anything, I think of the big game.
Yeah.
And I'm
The
wondering
game-
what.
The game
is
to
it?
the end of the game.
Yes.
All right.
The second biggest game.
That's right, the second biggest casino in the entire county. The gold-breasted macaw. And you see, I was hoping that perhaps I could get in on some of that action with my own driver.
Ooh.
Jennifer Legacy, of course.
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't.
And coming in round the bend in third place, Jennifer Legacy. Her name is Jennifer Legacy, and the car known as Jennifer Legacy's car.
Because, well, to be all know, Jennifer Legacy is a race driver.
I do love the idea of her, like, hunched over the reins with some sort of steampunky goggles on.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Fan favorite Jennifer Legacy.
It's like,
Now street racing.
they're like, oh, ooh, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Oh, what's the problem?
The problem from our point of view is that we aim to run a horribly dangerous but relatively straightforward racing organization. How does it look if the people who are setting the numbers have their own jockey, right?
Well,
that's bad. That's a bad look. You get that, right?
Wait, you think I'm setting the numbers for this? I've never even been involved.
I mean, you run a gambling establishment
did
and
Well,
say
another
better.
more illegal gambling establishment.
Well, of course, but all our gambling, both legal and more illegal, is done internally. We've never bet on outside sports events.
So what are we doing here currently?
Well, you're trying to get into the.
We're trying to actually get a driver into the race.
Who's our
But-
driver?
We can't tell them that we're getting what we're getting a driver into the race for.
You're
So
a
we're
little
doing
muffled
it-
there, Mox.
I was legitimately laying on my mic. Don't worry about it. We don't know why they're getting. We can't tell them why we're getting the person into the race, so we're doing it under the gambling pretenses.
The pretense is that we want the money and glory that comes from winning the race. But you know,
But you.
I'm by all accounts a noble.
Yeah, that's the problem. This
Therefore, no, I don't see that as a problem. I see that as nobles are greedy. Nobles want money and glory.
you would mess up your name like that.
How so?
Mm. No, I mean you don't have to be your original goal here. Well, your secret, I guess, goal here is to destabilize and do the cool things and
Mhm,
change the system.
mhm.
But then you'll have a reputation as the thing that the opposite of the thing. Anyway, we
Well,
I
I-
almost would want.
No one outside of my organization knows that that's what I'm trying to do.
Mm.
You two are a very close inner circle at this point.
Okay, I guess we can sit here and have you be scum.
Jesus!
What? What
I
did
can't believe this.
What did I?
That
Top
is-
10 anime betrayal.
What did I do?
They're your
No, what
best
did I-
friends. We're all best friends.
No, what did I do?
I understood what you meant.
I also
understood
understood what you meant, but holy fuck.
I'm sorry.
It's
I
fine.
All right.
So, we are going to need some assurances that you're not going to be a problem.
Well, what do you need?
I think we need to know who your driver is, and I think we need some very, uh, very strong assurances that neither your regular casino or your other more illegal casino is going to do any sort of business off of this. It's not on.
Can we get something in writing, basically? And would you like a hot
Well,
dog?
it's a criminal enterprise. Writing is that's not.
Meaningless.
Yeah, that's not fun. Paper trails.
Well, then what sort of collateral would you be interested in?
That is a good question.
It is a very good question. I'm going to ask you to roll me. I'm going to ask you to roll me convince someone, because that's what this is coming down to.
Yes.
But how outrageous the thing they ask for is going to be connected
If I
to.
fail, it's going to be very outrageous.
Yes.
I hope
We
it goes
got
well.
60.
Yeah,
That's a pretty good success.
that's well under.
I mean, we can't vouch for her, can we? I mean, we.
You
No,
don't
they don't know who the hell
have
you
the
are.
reputations probably to vouch for me.
If you can find someone who will vouch for you, though, that's fine.
That's all I need then. Just someone to vouch for me.
And a driver.
And a driver. Excellent. Well, I'll be in touch.
No worries. Thank you for paying for our drinks and this lap dance you're also going to pay for.
Absolutely. Lap dances all around.
Oh, well? Oh, well, who's this?
Who is it?
Oh, well, who's this? Who is it?
Who
Let's see.
who is it now?
It's a silver fox.
Oh my god.
I could have gone with a lot of things on this list, but silver fox happened.
Oh. Well, cool.
Yeah. It was like a very, cut 80-year-old man. That's the thing, right? That's what a silver fox is?
This is fine.
Usually it refers to someone more in their 60s, 50s.
Oh, okay.
He's got that
Discount
vicious
Rick.
fee. Yeah,
I'm sorry, he's got what?
He's got that vicious fee.
That's what I thought you said. General Jarkill, the Idiotic Fox. So it's 10 o'clock. We still have a orchid scene to do.
Or I'd use something in it, yeah.
But we're going to take a quick break before we do that and run an ad thing. It won't take very long. If you watched the ads, we would make a little money off of that. If you don't want to watch the ads, that's completely fine. Control your own viewing experience here in the year of our Lord 2020, because you can't control a lot else.
Fill your life with laughter and bees.
Fill your life with laughter and bees. We'll be back in 3 to 5 minutes. Come on back then.
New mic should be here by tomorrow or Friday, so.
Hey, that's good.
Uh-huh.
Free mic.
Not free mic. Not expensive mic, but not a free mic.
We exist in space and time.
And now the people can hear that I'm back because I unmuted myself in OBS, because that's another step that I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
There's many steps sometimes. A slugs.
There's so many stops.
So many slocks.
So many.
Did I do anything to this?
It's a shame. I only know the one.
Oh,
I'd like
I
to
did
know
not.
more slocks if there's more slocks available.
Okay.
Hey, Xenon, can you split into more slocks?
I think.
Unconfirmed.
Oh no.
Thank you, Bad Road.
So Orchid. You also have a legwork scene.
Yes, I have a thing to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is not my space, but do you mind if I suggest a legwork scene for you?
Yeah, because I forgot what I said originally, so
I don't
Night.
remember.
Nitrous slockside.
yes, it's something like that. There's racing and there's hearse.
So
I have to make a good hearse to do racing.
yeah, so since this actually dovetails into that idea then. So if what you need is a driver, you know where there are drivers because the hearses that
At the DMV, yeah.
yeah, you could go to
At
the
the
DMV.
furry DMV.
Yeah, the furry DMV.
Well,
So
now
the
we need a
Depart-
name.
Department of
Yes,
Muzzles and
The full motion video. One of these days, Mox is just gonna have a heart attack.
Yep. Don't worry about it. We will burn that bridge when we get to it.
it'll be your cardio muscle, and then we'll all be sad. I don't like that bridge. That's a bad bridge.
It's okay. The heart
Oh shit,
attack's
that's
on
like
the
actually
other
what
side
Bridge
of the
to
bridge.
Terabitha was about, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Yes. Oh, that's a sad movie.
It's not a good movie.
God, I'm
I don't know
thinking
about that, but it's a sad movie.
I just don't
thinking
think it's
about
good. It feels
about a-
unearned anyway.
That's how I feel about Grave of the Fireflies, and a lot of people disagree with me on that, so I respect that.
once I heard a Kojima summary, about a Kojima game from someone, and it's haunting me still.
Is it Metal Gear?
It's
Metal
Deathman.
Gear.
How about Police Knots?
I don't know that one.
That's the one where he fought Sony to keep the breast jiggling scenes in,
Oh no.
because that was the most important scene in the game.
I can't believe Kojima and I have one thing in common, and that's fighting Sony.
God damn.
I thought you were gonna say breasts, honestly.
I just Kojima have. Yeah, I mean,
Technically.
He puts
Yeah,
them in
you
all
could
his
say.
games all the time.
So hey Orchid, you want to find a driver?
Yeah, let's do that. I think that's good.
Cool. Let's look back at getting the job done. What do you want to get out of the scene? You're trying to procure a driver.
Okay.
What place are you going to go get this?
So the DMV is not allowed, right?
I mean, you could, if you
The
wanted to
FMV.
just go to the DMV,
The furry music video.
if you could just go to the furry music video and say, hey, yo, who wants to be in an illegal street race, you might die.
I think this is great.
That's a thing you can do. I'm not
This
going
is
to
a
stop
great
I will
plan,
say
I
Radically.
think.
Astaroth is
Freedom.
going to try and talk you out of that one.
Okay, we should do that, and then after I'm talked out of it, we'll go to the place, the actual good place.
All right. You start. Say you're going to the DMV.
All right, I'm heading out, going to the DMV. Gonna
Why-
stop at Chipotle after.
Why are you going
Furry
to the
Chipotle.
DMV? Come to that. Why are you going to Chipotle?
We're gonna get a driver.
At Chipotle?
At furry Chipotle?
I mean, okay, maybe at Chipotle. It depends if the DMV does not work out.
What? Wait. You know that people only go to the DMV if they've let their licenses lapse.
Yes, we're gonna get some illegal drivers for this street race.
I don't think that's the type of illegal drivers we need.
Oh wow, that's embarrassing. Would you have any other ideas?
just you.
And thus the scene begins.
So you're going to where?
Yeah, where are we going?
Yeah, where are you going? That's
Where's the
thing.
place to get racing drivers?
So my suggestion to you was
NASCAR.
my suggestion to you was the Gravediggers Guild, because there are like getaway drivers in there that drive the hearses.
That's a
Mhm.
great idea. We should do that. Yeah.
Yes.
And they're already deathy, so they're
Oh,
prepared.
they'll be great. They'll have the masks already.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to die. We're going to try very hard to keep the
Yeah,
driver
they
alive.
can't die. They literally cannot die.
Do you want to clarify that for me?
Are
No.
all gravediggers immortal? Is this something that I didn't know?
Orchid?
I mean,
Orchid,
there's-
what?
Like, maybe don't worry about it. So, how you're going to? I don't think how we're going to get it is a thing that's going to occur naturally in the scene. Who do you want to interact with to make this happen?
Who in your goth organization?
Who in your
Who
goth
is-
organization?
Who is it gonna be? See, I don't listen to a lot of like gothy music, so I wouldn't know any jokes to make about this.
Okay.
Something about rib removal?
Something about rib removal.
Okay, so you're gonna see rib removal.
Yes, that's their name. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
No,
We're gonna go with
that's-
rib removal.
That's fine. This is
Yeah,
fine.
that's it. We have our driver. We've done it.
No, you're going to rib removal to find somebody who will also try to break their own bones for you in the race.
I feel like the driver's name should be rib removal, though.
I think you may be right. I also
Let me make sure that's not a band. 1 second.
need to sit this one out because I need to fix something.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's just gonna.
Nope. Not a band.
So it's gonna be Orchid and Galaxy going to like the Gravedigger's hut.
Yes.
Where
Grave
do you-
It's a
Digger's Hut.
hut. Like,
Where do
where
the
we
They're like, do we
Gravedigger's-
have
where-
pizza?
Where do they meet? I guess this is a question I should ask you.
There's pizza, first of all.
There is
That's
pizza.
important.
Okay.
So
There's pizza where they are.
Wait, how do you eat
Where
the
would
pizza
they
with the
meet?
masks on?
I feel like there should be a gothic mansion. I feel like,
It's just
and
like
that's where they meet.
it's just like a big mansion.
It's a very gothic. It's a gothic mansion.
So it's
Do
just
you-
a big gothic mansion. What I'm picturing is like a bunch of flowers outside and like dark flowers though, like purple.
Oh yeah, goth flowers.
Yeah, purple and black goth flowers and like very ornate statuary.
And I feel like everyone assumes it's haunted, so they don't go near it. They see like plague doctors there.
So it's like kind of cracked and run down, like it's not kept up very well.
Yes,
But this is intentional.
Okay,
this is a
cool.
part of the aesthetic.
This all sounds great to me. So
But
you're
sorry.
no, it's okay. You go ahead.
Inside there's pizza.
There's
Right, but
pizza
inside there is pizza. The delivery places, they do come here because
They do go there.
because they tip very well. The Gravediggers.
Yes.
It's a lot. Okay, so this is where you're going. The Gravediggers.
This is it.
Like, is there a name for this place?
1 second.
Shovel.
I'm looking up something.
Shoveltopia.
Okay, list of top 10 most spectacular Gothic buildings. That's not gonna help me out.
Those are just actual cathedrals. You're
That's
Death.
looking for.
cathedral.
The
95
skull.
95 Gothic baby names.
Bone. Maybe it's the bone place. The place for not. It's not the bone place.
That's
the
already
place
a
for
place.
bones.
I feel like that's already a place.
But like, Christy, do you remember that weird hell thread conversation we had about the place in Oklahoma with all the skulls and stuff?
Oh yeah, the
oh
osteology
my
museum.
fucking
It's kind of like that.
Oh yeah.
There's a
It's just called
place-
Skulls Inc.
in Notre
Wait, I
Dame,
think
there's a
that's
place
another
called
thing.
the Rib Vault.
Oh yeah, because it has the
has
the
ribs.
catacombs under there.
It's called
It's
the
not-
Rib Vault.
So it's not just the rib vault. There's the rib vault and there's the skull like trenches and shit. It's wacky
Wow.
as hell.
Oh, together it makes a whole skeleton. They form the head.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I'm not sure what I'm gonna come up with here.
I think we just call it Skull Sink.
What was that?
I feel like Skulls Sink or Skulls Inc. Because
I
I, think
said-
Skulls Inc. is something else.
I said Skull Sink.
Skull Sink, I think, is good.
All right.
Yahoo Answers. Anyone have any Gothic sounding last names? Necrotic is one of the last names.
Alright, so you're off to the mansion Skull Sink to find yourself a driver. You're talking to. You get on the grounds just fine, past all of the, pictures of people in hooded robes that all look relatively similar. Some of them have wings for unknown reasons. Some of them
no
have
one,
wings
no one
because
talks
they're
about
birds.
it. And, oh, okay.
That's
Okay.
me.
That
one's a
is
bird.
you.
That's Astaroth.
That
yeah.
one's a bird. Wait, do the pictures look at you when you pass by?
Absolutely.
Not all of them, but some of them.
And no one talks
Wonderful.
about it.
Some of
I
them
love
even
it.
turn their heads.
And no one talks about it. And if you try to bring it up, you're just going to get shushed. Like, don't be fucking.
Don't be
a s-
rude.
Don't be a scrub. That's what happens here. Act like you've been before.
So I like the idea that that the gravediggers here are all just huge D&D nerds.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, it is filled with pizza. The entire place is filled with pizza. So, I mean, that's fine.
So you make your way past the pizza buffet to the carriage house, which is set a little ways off from the main mansion. And you see rib removal there. Oh god, I have to hit this button. They are
Rib removal of the Maryland mansion.
rib removal of the Maryland mansion.
I just
Why didn't
bought
we
it
call
and
it the
I
Maryland
hate
Mansion?
it. I hate it.
It's Skull Sink now, but in a different life, it could have been different. They are just a really big bumblebee.
Is it? All right.
Yeah.
And when I say big bumblebee, I mean big in relation to a bumblebee. They're not like person-sized, really. They're just like
3 foot tall.
no, they're just a 1.5 foot long bumblebee fluttering their
my
wings
God.
really hard,
Oh my god.
with a cigar in one of their
Mandibles.
thank you mandibles,
That's
shouting
puppy.
orders to people who are loading carts.
Bumble puppy.
Bumble puppy. Puppy.
I like how bees are puppies.
I also like how bees are
Puppy.
puppies. What are you saying to this puppy?
Does the puppy know how to drive? Is that?
I thought
the-
the puppy was.
That's was the idea, right?
That's
I
yes.
really
This
did-
is
I really
rib
got the
removal,
puppy
right?
to drive, but this, yeah.
But the puppy knows someone who could drive.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I need someone to drive in a race.
Okay. You say race.
Yes, it's a race.
It's a very illegal race.
You say illegal or legal?
Very, very illegal race.
Very
Okay, no
illegal.
los dos.
You know,
Okay.
like the pool hot dogs.
Yeah, I know the illegal pool hot dogs. It's
Yes.
as illegal as all that?
It is.
That's pretty illegal.
The chlorine makes it taste better. Don't worry about it. I'm not here.
I mean, it's God, there's a word I want. It's not coming to me. Why isn't it coming to me?
Maybe it's because of the chlorine in the pool hot dogs. It's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, it might be that. Sanitary, that's where it is. Jesus, me. Sweet Wolverine, Jesus. I'm not all here today. You want a driver for an illegal race.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, my drivers are... I like to keep an eye out for them. How dangerous is this?
I'm gonna ask Astaroth. Is Astaroth there? No, right?
No.
Astaroth is not here.
Okay.
It's just me and you, and I am
I go to.
getting
I look over to
distracted
ask.
by pizza.
I look over to ask Astaroth how dangerous it is, but Astaroth is not there. So I don't know.
It's
you could
at
call
least
me on. You could call me on the hot dog.
I
You
pick up the
Call
hot
me on
dog
the hot dog.
and dial.
Just
It-
slam a hot dog
it-
into the side of your head.
it makes
Astaroth?
Yes.
It just doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't really do that.
Now you just have relish all over your face.
So, the fact that you didn't immediately give me a no, it's super safe and a regular race, only illegal, makes me think it's more dangerous than that.
Yeah, it's about 6 or 7 dangerous, I've been told.
This is
6
out
or
of 10
7, yes.
dangerous.
Out of 10 dangerous, yes,
Yeah,
it's about 6 or 7
that is a
dangerous.
lot of dangerous.
More dangerous than expected.
I I do I do need my drivers. I don't have an unlimited supply.
This is true.
I'm gonna need you to roll me a dice, I think. I don't know for
Okay.
what.
For
You do have convince someone. That's probably the best thing you have.
we'll have a pizza party after the race.
Hey,
We're-
Galaxy, do you
Yep,
have something
I'm looking for
that
something
you can
to
use?
help. I have handle an animal. I
Handle the
think
bumblebee.
I don't think that would be. I would need the bumblebee's consent, and I don't think that's what we're doing here right now.
You could stab someone.
I would prefer not to. This is the wrong character for that. They are across the ocean, probably stabbing someone.
If you wanted to run gossip with commoners, I think if you could give me a topic to gossip about, then I would let you roll that.
Okay, what does death and theater have in common?
Everything.
A lot.
Yeah, basically.
What does goth and theater have in common is just a good sentence.
It's nonsense because the answer is it's a circle, that Venn diagram.
Yeah, basically, it's the problem. So I guess I chat him up about the latest funeral dirges.
I was thinking the latest tragic plays, but
Galaxy doesn't. I mean, I'm sure she goes to them, but like she sells hot dogs at them mostly in merch. Merch and hot dogs.
Hot dogs and merch.
I feel like a lot of the animals in this cartel were theater kids. I feel
Yeah,
like
that's the problem. The problem is that they're all theater kids, and
that's
I'm not.
the thing. And you
a
don't know
puppy.
you don't know the things.
I'm just. I work with. I hope so.
You're just Puppy.
I just work with Puppy and am Puppy. I speak for the dogs. And like everybody else is a theater kid. So it's rough in these streets, my friends.
You gave me a thing.
I am the Galax. I speak for the dogs.
If you want to roll
gossip,
I'll let you roll that to help out.
List of gothic fiction works.
Yes.
There's a lot of it they have.
Have you heard that new Unending Wailing, that new single? I loved it. I thought it was really just quite way above par
Unending
for the
Wailing? Yeah, that's my jam. That's a bop and a half.
I can't believe they let it go on for 6 hours.
6 whole hours. You need
that?
every minute of it. It's so necessary to the story. Jesus.
There's other stuff on the track, but you don't get to it because it's 6 hours of unending wailing.
God, it's just so good. Can't get enough of that wailing.
Love that honey crunch.
Can't get enough of that unending wailing.
Sorry, everyone. Both of the other two are probably too young to know that commercial.
Yeah, no. So that's a successful help out. You want to roll your convince someone?
Gotta do the thing.
Don't forget your good.
Okay, let me put that down.
I think y'all would like Sugar Bear. He's the one who says can't get enough of that sugar crisp.
You all ready for this?
He's also like a giant stoner. And that's his entire personality.
I love them. I think
24.
So you didn't get anything extra about it, but you did.
I did convince.
You did do a good convince.
The pizza party did it.
The pizza party did do it. It's like, I tell you what, you and your friend here, you can borrow one of my drivers if A, you get him back alive, and B, afterwards, after the race, we all like hang out and eat pizza and listen to that new unending wailing.
I think this is a great idea.
You can make a keep alive potion or a bubble potion. Yeah,
Bubble potion.
bubble.
Yeah,
potion.
I mean,
a
probably.
parachute potion. Don't worry, they had a parachute potion.
Where you
Okay, yeah,
gonna?
it's called that.
Like he asks where you're gonna need them, and you presumably tell them.
I do that.
Like,
for the illegal race.
yeah, for the illegal race. That isn't information you know currently, but we'll abstract it.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah. So that went about as well as it could have done. Good job.
Yay.
So what's the that's this first day segment. Gone.
Wow, we're just past the first day. We're really getting into this one.
Oh my god, yeah. I
We
forgot.
went real deep into the paint on the like this is more
The lore.
complex, like kind of lore wise than you've been dealing with, which is part of it.
This is
Mhm.
the lore episode.
We're really world building here.
I like it. I like doing world building. It's fun.
Me too.
So you have your night segment. Do you want to do a planning session here, or are you confident enough that you can like figure out your next 3 things?
I mean, obviously, we need to get in contact or figure out how to. The day person, Juniper,
Yeah.
Juniper Dayglow person.
Juniper Dayglow, yes.
Yes, we need to get in contact. Well, yeah, that's not necessarily in contact, but we need to know where they
We
are.
need to get in contact with her.
Yeah.
We need to figure out who surrounding the race is part of the Blooded.
Yeah. And a third thing, we need to keep the driver alive.
Mm-hmm.
So we do need. Don't worry, they have a parachute potion,
Yeah.
and I guess that's our 3 like vaccines.
And
With
we are probably going to end up killing or maiming the Blooded who is attempting to kill Juniper. And
Yeah, that's gonna be contingency plans.
And then we
Mhm.
kill the other one.
And then the
we
other
gotta,
one.
Then we're probably gonna have to maim the dad too.
Oh yeah, we can kill it if we get the opportunity to kill the dad. We
I
can
don't
absolutely kill
think
the
that
dad.
she wants. I don't. We have to figure out if she would be okay with her dad being dead,
Oh
or
right.
if we can find some other way to perhaps change his ways.
I have Alchemist's Fire.
Basically, I would like to come out of this in a way that makes the Blooded feel like they're the ones who are fucking up, which is not going to be an easy thing to do, considering that they are convinced that they are correct in everything.
Luckily, we have the magic power of friendship, 1, and 2, influence.
And 3, big avian breasts. The goal,
I think that's
you know.
important.
So what are your 3 next legwork scenes?
I have to get a parachute.
And you have to stuff it in a potion, and then they have to suck it up. They have to drink it. They have to drink the parachute. They have to put it in their body.
We need a potion that's gonna not interfere with their driving, but also prevent them from being injured, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
They need a bubble upon hitting the ground, and/or being set on fire, and/or
It'll
then-
take a marijuana potion and be invincible.
Now that we have
That's not what that does.
now that we have a driver and what was the other thing we needed besides a driver?
Somebody
You
to vouch
needed-
for you.
You needed someone to vouch for you.
All right, so we need to
Oh.
find someone to vouch for us.
Well, just you specifically. I don't think they have a problem with us
Well,
necessarily.
Well,
As a
yeah, but
group.
you're involved with me,
Oh, you're right.
especially since you were there at the meeting.
And I did offer them a hot dog. That is a thing that happened. I forgot about
And I'm
that.
certain we have friends in high places who will vouch for us. Especially if it's sticking it to some snooty noble.
We're pretty self-contained sometimes, though.
Mm.
Hmm.
And then what? The third one is getting in contact with Juniper.
Who you still have no idea where she is. What you know currently is that she had like somebody
once told us.
somebody
I
once
was-
told you.
So holding my breath, trying not to say it.
I took that walk for you. It's fine.
We just know that she's at a safe house somewhere.
Hang on. I've fucked up. I've just realized in my description
Mm-hmm.
for Mox's thing, and I'm trying to figure out. I need to bring up a thing very quickly. Here we go.
Okay.
So, what I should have said wasn't just that they had bodyguards around them. That's something that maybe you could have parsed out on your own. These are the way they were described and the way that they did business made you think that these were members of a cartel, specifically members of the family who you've had dealings with before.
Oh, that is an issue. That is a complicating factor.
So we can either attempt to temporarily disable them, which would be a lot more dangerous, or attempt to make a deal.
We could use the influence to see if they could back off.
Mm-hmm.
Or on
Just
this
allow
one.
us through specifically. Turn a blind eye.
You know, with the family.
Though the problem is that would involve them breaking a deal with someone else,
Yeah.
which would mean we'd have to make them a pretty saucy deal.
Now, I will remind you, you actually have some XP currently
Oh, yeah.
tied to the family because the person who gave you your last job at the big race was a member of the family.
Uh-huh. This says Gravedigger's XP.
It sure does.
I have it now.
I forgot to fix this.
Mm.
I will do that before we start next session, but it should also say family 3.
Okay, so what can we use the XP for?
For this exact thing. Like-
Okay. Basically, it's to call in favors.
Yeah.
All right, so our next 3 legwork scenes are call in a favor with the family to figure out where she is and to get them to back off and let us through briefly, with the stipulation that we will not harm the girl who they're protecting.
Yeah.
And, well, that works because we're not going to harm her.
Yeah, we're just gonna go in there and be like, "Hey, you're cool. It's cool. Do you want your dad dead? Is that an issue for you?"
I mean, first we're going to say, there's someone trying to kill you.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would assume that they know, given that the safe house and all.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to try to prevent that from happening.
You're not your friends. We just met. And this is crazy, but
Can we kill your dad?
maybe.
You're dead.
I can tell this is going to go swimmingly.
And this is crazy. Your dad's a slumlord.
Can we kill him, maybe? Okay, so that's one scene.
Right.
Next, we're gonna have to get someone to vouch for us. Which
Now, whomst?
who do we know that would vouch for us in this case? Who's the most powerful person that we have relationship with?
Who we haven't
Astaroth
shoved a hot.
Pygmalion.
Yeah, that's true. Also.
And none of us have pissed off recently.
Oh, that's an issue. We piss off a lot of people now that I think about it.
We sure do.
I think this is taking the length that I need to start a planning session.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I had thought you'd already started the timer.
Yeah, honestly.
No, because I thought that you had a pretty clear plan, but no, you're
It's
going on this now.
it's never a clear plan because there's always little details that crop up.
I mean,
I checked.
if you have a rough idea, that's good enough, and then we can parse it out.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you need a little more time. So I've started the timer.
All right. Okay, so that's 2 scenes. What was our third scene? It was
Parachute.
Parachute
the
in a
parachute
bottle.
potion.
Yeah.
Parachute in a bottle.
A parachute in a bottle.
So like if
That's
the
a
car
song
blows
no
up
one-
or
That is
something.
a song no one would remember if not for Weird Al.
I don't know what the fuck's happening.
It's a song that I don't remember now, so
Does
I
Weird Al
don't-
still make music?
Was it even? Yeah, Weird Al still makes music. I don't even
Cool.
think it was actually Weird Al who did Weenie in a Bottle, was it? I forget. Or was that one of those Kazaa mislabeling things?
they put
Oh,
a hot dog in a
probably that.
bottle. Is that a glass dog?
It's
I googled Weird Al, and there's a related news that came out called "No one's more excited about the new accordion emoji than Weird Al Yankovic."
Valid.
Yeah.
All right. So we got those 3 scenes then.
I'm sorry, your 3 scenes are talk to Juniper, get someone to vouch for you, and be excited about the new accordion with Weird Al?
No, I
Make
make a
a
parachute.
parachute.
Figure
okay.
out some sort of alchemical contraption that will not interfere with a person's driving, but also more or less guarantee their safety should something go wrong.
It's literally just a parachute. It comes out when the car crashes, and you're safe.
It's set off by a chemical reaction, or an alchemical reaction, so it ties into your skill set.
Yes,
That
absolutely.
It's-
wrote.
That's
And
how
it comes-
airbags work, effectively.
But
Yeah, like so. Say like
Okay.
the car crashes, the parachute deploys, and you're cool, and
Okay.
it's all good. Or if you like fall out of the car, the
I
parachute
mean,
deploys,
I'm
and you're
just
good.
saying,
So I'm
once
gonna-
the car crashes, you don't need the parachute anymore.
I'm gonna go ahead and call.
Well, how are you gonna survive without the parachute?
I mean, you're already dead in the crash.
The parachute saves you.
so we need a
But
bubble.
it doesn't deploy until you crash.
Oh,
Oh
no, I
my
will fix it. I'll do
God.
it before you crash.
I am going to take the reins of this a little bit.
Okay.
If you are convinced that these are the 3 things that need to happen, I'm going to call that the planning scene.
Okay.
I'm also going to, Orchid, do a little bit of control on your part. Because we canonically have a thing that does the thing that you want it to do. It's called the
What is it?
Capri Sun Bomb.
All right, hold
Ooh,
on.
right.
It's
Hold.
called the Capri Sun
Hold.
Bomb.
I love it. I love this bomb.
So if you remember the last time when you were trying to think of non-lethal ways to get rid of like guards and stuff, you came up with a bomb that you threw at someone's feet and it puffed them into a giant lump of slime that
Oh
tasted
my
like Capri Sun.
god.
Yep.
Oh my
All
god,
right,
we
so we're
did
doing
do
that.
Yeah, so this is going to be the same sort of general principle, only maybe it detonates on impact or someone has to like throw it at themselves, but it's the same deal.
We just put it where the airbag goes in a modern car.
Yes, exactly.
This is such a good idea.
I see nothing that can go wrong with this.
Ev-
And it fills up the car
is
with
ev-
slime.
I don't want to feel like I don't want y'all to feel like I'm dragging you.
No, we
Are you-
needed that reminder that existed.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
When was it used?
This was last session, the last time we did
I don't
Claw.
think
Did we
got to
did we use it?
You
We
did, I
didn't-
think.
I don't think we got to.
So I still have it.
Yeah, you still have it, sure.
Maybe
So we-
make more just in case.
I will make more for all of us.
I'm just gonna say you can make a second one for your driver.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe for friend that we're protecting.
We
So
should,
the bullet doesn't go through.
Yes.
make several more, and
I'll
we
make a
can
bunch.
secretly install one that'll go off early for the killer. And then we'll
Ye-
also have some on hand to throw at him just in case.
Wow, yeah.
We're just gonna bury him in slime.
We can also make alchemical slime, alchemical fire slime.
God damn it.
One of these days, Orchid is going to get to set something on fire.
It's going to be terrible and mess up everything, but it'll be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's what we have. We have a bunch of Capri slime bombs now.
Capri
Sounds
slime.
good to me.
I love it.
Who-
I
I
love
feel like I
it.
can make that for real with just like some slime making juice.
Yeah, like you can get it like Target or whatever.
I think that's glue.
It's mostly Elmer's glue.
Yeah.
Is there Oh no, sorry. I already. Okay, never mind. I looked extensively into this. It's hard as fuck to do that. Edible
Mhm.
or like any kind of slime that you can use that like anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So who are you?
It's all poison.
Who are you getting to vouch for you?
For the slime?
No.
No,
for the...
No, for the race, so that
Okay.
that they know you're cool.
Yeah, we need to figure out who do we know in a high place that we have not pissed
Jennifer.
off. Jennifer is
Legacy.
my assistant.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
is-
I bet she
she
has
is
secret
well
connections.
She is well respected in certain circles, but I'm not sure she'd be high up enough for something like this.
We keep pissing off that big frog.
Yes, we.
And we were all in this together.
Oh, that reminds me. While I'm about it, Big Frog, not in town.
Oh, that's where did Big Frog go?
So you rolled a bunch of disadvantage dice the last time you interacted with Big Frog,
Yeah,
and you both went off in a huff.
yeah.
And why don't I have his fucking name written down? Anyone?
What was the big frog's name, y'all?
I kept calling him a bastard,
No,
so I
not
don't know.
Not Antoine.
Not Antoine. Antoine's the
Antoine's the calamari.
Antoine Calamari.
Yeah.
Cromwell.
Cromwell the Frogwell.
Cromwell.
So Cromwell decided he needed to take a vacation, and is just not in town right now.
Mm.
I can't believe I hurt the frog so much. That
I can't
he
believe
took a
that.
vacation. I feel bad, but
When did you hurt the frog?
I forgot what I did. I call him a waffle ass. I can't remember what I called him.
That's probably accurate. So there's that. Who do you have? Who,
How-
I don't know. Might.
Can we make someone up now?
Yeah, sure. I
I
don't give
mean,
a fuck.
is the okay? So we
Call
have
the
the
cops.
famous calamari person, and we have the guy. Well, the guy who we poisoned for the horse doesn't. He. I don't know if he knows that we poisoned him, and therefore I don't know if we're still friends with Australian friend person.
With Dingo.
Dingo, what's
Dingo
his-
fuck body.
Yes.
I remember we.
Yeah, okay.
No, that's it. No, that's it.
So yeah, okay. Yeah. I was gonna generate Amnal, but I don't think we need to anymore.
Dingo fuckboy. Oh shit! I do not remember his real name.
No, that's
No, the
I could
problem
look
is
it up,
that
but
that
we
is
call him
exactly what it
Dingo
is.
Fuckboy is the thing.
So
Mhm.
How
Is-
about So- we're gonna call him Dingo Fuckboy, and then he'll be like, "That's not my fucking name," but we'll never let him say his real name, and we won't have to look it up.
Yep,
no, but
makes
he
sense.
needs to be friends with him to do the thing. Is the
Mhm.
problem? I mean, he is. I think he was just a jockey. Though he's not.
Who owns the biggest casino?
The racetrack.
The person
Uh-huh.
that Ambrosia Montalbottom.
No, it's not Ambrosia Montalban. It's held sort of by the city.
Oh,
Hmm.
it took all of the people it wants to bring Astaroth down. Okay.
I mean, they didn't really bring me down.
Well, it's owned by the royal family, basically.
All right, so that's
what you
probably
mean when
aiming
you say
too
the
high.
city.
That's
Yeah.
probably aiming too high.
Also, like,
We
Juniper is in there specifically because she's kind of a like, you don't want fancy people. They don't want fancy
Right.
people in their shit.
All right,
so I guess we could go with the jockey.
who
yeah.
owns the third biggest casino in the city?
That's
with
think,
another more illegal casino on the
maybe,
second floor.
maybe think a little lower than that. Maybe fifth or sixth biggest casino. Maybe a gambling
give me
den.
a number because I'm about to say some words.
4.
Okay, so the owner of the fourth largest casino is a lemur called Scorin Braitson.
Scorin Rateson.
Braitson with a B.
Scorin Barateson.
Scrateson.
All right.
Scrateson.
And so I've already forgotten this name. Can I just call him Jeff?
You cannot because you made me do a thing and have said his name is Scorin Braitson.
Scorin Brateson.
I've
All
written
right.
it in my notes, so that's where we're at now.
Scorin Jeff Brateson?
No.
All right. So I figure Scorin does do betting on these things through semi-official channels, and would perhaps be on good terms with these folks. And you know, we've greased some palms together in the past.
Okay.
And perhaps Scorin would be willing to vouch for me in this case.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
I'm fine with you taking time to go to Scorin's Casino, the high score, to
that
go
tracks.
to go and try and make this happen.
Okay.
So, looking at get the job done. One thing you want to get out of the scene, you're trying to get an in with the people.
With the racing board.
With the racing board, sure. Describe the place you're going to get it. You are going to be going to the high score, the casino Scorin Borin.
That's
high score.
No, that's his name. Don't worry.
Scorin Braitson.
The problem is, he's got so many letters in his name, he can never enter his initials.
Yeah.
That's why he just called it the high score. Plus, everyone just keeps typing ass.
How if I written down the word lemur the wrong way 5 times?
Hythelopterus lemur.
That's it now.
How are you going to get it? I guess you're just going to be in conversation
Yes.
with Scorin.
I'm very good at this conversation stuff.
It turns out that it's your real thing.
All right.
It's a very good card. It just has all of the information you need right there. It's so nice.
Corin! Oh, are we starting? Are
Yeah,
we doing
sure.
this?
Who's
All right.
Who's going with you?
Who's going with me?
All in.
I mean, as long as all in. We've done it before. We went to a rave. We went to a strip club. Now we're going to.
It'd be like
We're just making the rounds.
You know.
see, it'd be
the
weird if you
casino
didn't do it
now.
the third time because of the rule of threes.
Exactly.
It
The
would.
rule of threes is very important.
All right, so we're gonna enter the casino through the front door, spread some wealth around. That way
I'm gonna
everyone...
spread some hot dogs around.
Sure. Spread
That's
spread
like,
around the
well-
wealth and hot dogs.
And then I'm gonna find someone who looks important and ask if I can see Scorin.
And shoot someone.
No.
I'm not going to shoot anyone, probably.
Do you have weapons? Do you come equipped with weapons?
I think Astaroth does.
I do, because I have that skill, but I'm assuming I'm not carrying currently. Or if I am, it's well concealed.
Well, I'm asking if it's in your equipment because boss specifically says what your equipment is. You have
A sign of authority,
from your
brass
cartel.
knuckles, and a sheaf of partial. So I'd need to obtain a gun to shoot someone.
You would need to use crossbows. Guns aren't really the thing.
Okay, I'd need to obtain some kind of projectile weapon.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna rephrase that because I don't want to cut myself into a corner. And there's things that are real about this world. So, guns exist. They are very heavily monitored. It's basically just watch sharpshooters
Mm-hmm.
and no one else.
Mm. That's for this
Fair.
city specifically.
For this city specifically, yes. And you could probably get your hands on one, but oh wow, it will be pretty traceable.
Mm.
Mm.
I'll just import one. I'll just import one from America. They're everywhere over there.
Yikes. Wonderful, delightful,
Yikes.
fantastic.
Yikes.
I have a knife.
You know,
and
I
a
was
whip.
referring to tail, but it just works in real life too.
Yeah,
Yikes.
that's
Just
the
go to
problem.
Walmart.
So you,
Oh, jeez.
I presume that you show like your cartel insignia to show that you are a person who should see Scorin Braitson.
Absolutely.
And you also show your gun off a little bit.
No,
Just
we don't do that.
pull my jacket back slightly. Inside is
A hot
inside
dog.
my jacket is a hot dog in a holster.
When you grab your insignia, you can see a glimpse of the hot dog.
So
And I have to impress upon you, the hot dog is in a gun holster.
so
It's so important that the hot dog.
so
is the
there's a thing I want you to do for me,
Mm-hmm.
Astaroth.
Mm-hmm.
What does your office look like? Give me some specifics, because as we've been going about it, I think it's just kind of felt like generic office.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you know Batman's office in The Enemy Within? Where
Yes.
it's just a
Look it up.
giant room with a desk in the middle?
You mean-
nothing like that.
You mean Bruce's?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, totally
Not
different
Batman,
people.
they're
Sorry.
different.
Batman's office is the Batcave. Come on, don't be like that. You knew what I meant.
I actually didn't, but I like that. Okay, so basically it's just like a middling-sized office. It's got a humble desk. There are lots of like adornments and little statues and feeps around the side, but it's aside from that sort of gaudy decor, it's a fairly average office.
Okay.
It surprises people walking in because of how fancy everything else in the area is.
That this is a sort of humble space
Mhm.
for a business person to do work in.
Exactly.
So, after a bit of time, you are escorted up to Scorin's office.
Mm-hmm.
Scorin's office looks exactly like your office, only slightly smaller.
Ooh.
Nice.
It's clear that he has put in some time
Mm.
for it to look exactly like your office, only slightly smaller.
Now this can mean one of
One
two
of two
things.
things.
I'm glad you went to the same place I did. So either he admires me greatly, or he's trying to be super competitive and petty.
So, Scorin, like, jumps up and immediately, like, runs around from behind his desk, which has a bunch of, like, it looks like paperwork, but there's
Mhm.
probably
But it's
like,
actually
there's
hot
not a lot
dogs.
on it.
Doodles.
There's a lot of doodling. Ooh, you had a
Mic thing.
a bit of a
Yeah.
fucky wucky.
How about
A
him?
little
Oopsie
fucky
whoopsie.
wucky.
You got it.
All right.
He's like, Astaroth, friend. Good friend. How are you? How are you today?
Oh,
I like
Scorin,
him.
it's so good to see you. Unfortunately, I do come on business, but that doesn't mean we can't sit and talk for a while.
Oh,
Please
Hot
meet
dog?
my friends, Galaxy and Orchid.
Hot
hi.
dog? I do illegal and also not illegal.
Very
I
Wonderful.
do.
I will take the illegal one.
Wonderful. I love it. He's the right kind of people, Astaroth. I think we've got it.
I told you, he's a great guy.
And then I make a very illegal hot dog for
I
this
really
person.
like what you've done with the old office.
Oh, thank you. I had a flash of inspiration.
Oh, I can tell. It's very tasteful.
Yes. So you said business. What brings you to this business today?
Well, the business that brings me to this business is the business of racing.
Okay.
I can tell you already ate this.
I made a strong character choice. I regret it now, but I'm dialed in. Hello.
So you see, there's a certain, what do they call them? Street race. Now, as you know, my business does not bet on external competitions.
Oh, of course not. A classy establishment such as yours.
However, I have heard that you, above board, do so, and I think that's wonderful.
Thank you. It's nice that you send so many people looking to do, off-track betting down here.
Of course, of course. Now, the thing is, I would like to get one of my drivers into one of these races. But the racing board, as they are, has decided that I need someone to vouch for me. Me! Can you believe it?
I can't. You're one of the most successful people I've ever met. How dare they?
However, you're the first person to come to mind as someone that they would instantly respect enough to take your recommendation.
Mm.
You're going to be rolling a convince someone, probably.
Mm-hmm.
How can
Yeah.
we assist with the rolling? Does Soren like hot dogs? Does he like animals? Does he like being wrapped in a whip?
So because of the way probably does like being wrapped with a whip. So the way I've made some choices, and the problem with the way I've made choices is I'm just going to hand you 2 advantage dice.
I love it. I love this so much.
I have a fanboy.
Soren would very much like to be on your good side.
Mm-hmm. All right. Do y'all have any way to give me even more advantage dice?
I have
Wait, let me
handle an animal. I have distract someone. Here is an autograph from Astaroth.
Is this bureaucracy?
This might be bureaucracy.
I can navigate that.
Ooh, yeah, you can navigate his bureaucracy right up there with the best of them.
Hey,
I hand him a doodle of Orchid in the potion shop making potions, and it's a sunny day outside.
That's so beautiful. I love it very much.
It's so beautiful. Please roll me that for me, please.
I hand him a signed hot dog because I don't know why Astaroth signs my hot dogs. Sometimes she does, and it's cool.
46.
They immediately go
That's
up
probably
like 10 times in price because
46 is
Astaroth
enough
has
to
signed my
roll.
hot dog.
Here, this is
46 is enough for anything, so.
46 is enough for anything, and 16 is also enough for anything.
All right.
Or 61.
16 or 61, actually, both of them work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna get a couple more advantage dice.
I get 4 more advantage dice.
Because of the
you
2
sure
plus.
Because I'm the
do.
boss.
I have to spawn in more advantage dice.
Yeah.
You really?
I get 6 advantage dice here.
I hope this goes well.
Hit Control V, yeah. Really gonna make me do that?
Yeah. I've overloaded us on advantage dice.
So roll it for me, please.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I
That
regret
is-
picking them up. I should have just right-clicked.
They're overloaded, yes.
Overloaded. Oh my
There's so
god,
many.
Oh my
1 advantage.
God.
1 advantage out of fucking 6, but
But
You
still
needed
okay.
them.
big success at 28.
You
Okay.
get those advantage dice, the extra ones.
Mm-hmm.
Because
You would have
otherwise they
gotten
wouldn't have gone.
negative advantage.
So Scorin just steps up and it's like, your friend, such a talented artist. Your other friend, her hot dog, so delicious. How could I say no? How could I say no to my great good friend?
You can't see it, but I'm doing the JoJo pose.
Certainly, I will have a word with the racing board for you.
Oh, thank you so much. You know, I always appreciate your help.
I like him. Astaroth, I like him. He's very complimentary.
He's
He likes hot
good
dogs.
people.
He's good people. You're good people. We'll be in touch.
Wonderful. I look forward to hearing from all of you.
All right, so once we're outside and a good distance away, I say, that guy creeps me out.
Does he? I mean, I get it with the office and all, but like also,
He copied my office.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not
kind-
weird to you?
a little bit, but like it's like the flattery. It's like the words. It's like the theater word with the flattery. It's
I
a compliment.
suppose. I think he's probably a good kid. I think he's got a bit of an unhealthy fascination with me is all.
Just a little, yeah.
I overflowed the advantage dice. Now I have 2 disadvantage dice.
Oh no. The whole thing's coming crashing down.
Mm-hmm.
It is 11:04.
Yeah, probably should call it for this week.
Yeah, like tradition.
This is what happens.
Yeah,
this
this
is
is
just what
literally-
happens now.
This is literally how it goes every single time we do claw.
Yep, tail too most of the time. I've only managed to wrap up tail at the proper time like once.
Yeah. I mean, we knew we were doing a second episode anyway.
Yeah.
Had set out for that because we always do that also.
This might be a 3-parter.
I really don't think so. We spent a lot of time on the upfront. I think it'll go a lot more smoothly.
Okay.
As we move in. But that's going to be it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for playing this game with me.
Well, thank
It's
you for
very
having
fun
us.
and having us here today.
Take an
with all the
advantage die.
crime.
Yeah, everyone have an advantage die. I've apparently fucking got extra.
Advantage dice overflow.
So this has been that. I'm gonna mute y'all and mumble just quick. So I can do the outro. There's that. That mutes me. That deafens me. Hey, yay. There's this other button I need to hit. This good one that goes to the outro screen. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the outro screen. I've been Christy, as joined by Mox and Katie and Xenon. We're going to do more of this next week. It's going to be the triumphant conclusion to this thrilling tale of intrigue. Apparently, intrigue and hot dogs, just like always. Thank you so much. We, the Squirrel Lily Collective, as you can... Oh, I need to change this, don't I? I need to change this image. Look out for that in the future. But for right now, we are 5 women who stream most days on the channel. And if you wanted to slap the follow button, you can see all the things we do. I'm going to run down our schedule for you real quick for the next week so you know what you're getting into. Tomorrow is Thursday. Alice is going to be playing more Final Fantasy IX. She's on the 3rd disc now, I think. She is just about to enter the 3rd disc. Oh, right, because we had the internet fuck up. That's cool. So that's what that's going to be like. Please join her for that. It's a wonderful game, and she has a lot of fun playing it, and that's always fun. Friday is going to be Katie playing more Shovel Knight. She is nearing the end of Plague Knight's adventure. And then there's going to be a surprise, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I know what the surprise is, but you should, you don't, and you should stop in and see what the surprise is. And also watch to see if Plague Knight ever gets to make up with his girlfriend. Saturday we don't stream. It's our night off. Sunday is Sue, who will be playing more Joe Deaver's Lone Wolf, the book where you are the hero, a video game adaptation of a a fighting fantasy style we'll go with, because the other one's apparently very litigious. A fighting fantasy style, pick your own quest game. Jump into that line. It's a lot of... That's actually been very cool. I hate Lone Wolf less and less the more I see of that game. Which is a lot because his name's fucking Lone Wolf. Monday will be me. I will, at my usual time, I will be playing more Hollow Knight. We're very rapidly approaching the end of that. I don't think we'll get there tomorrow night, or Monday night, but, well, this is probably the last of the... We probably have 2 more streams, including It's going to be a fuck of a thing. And then Tuesday is going to be Andrea. Andrea will be playing more ukulele in the Impossible Lair, which she's getting through. There's a lot happening in the Impossible Lair, and there's so much game there, and she's really pushing through it face down. We'll see how many more bees she has to collect, and how many more of them are named after McElroys. And then Wednesday will loop back around to Community Day again, where we will be finishing up this episode of Claw. Thank you very much for joining us. If you wanted to follow some other people, you could follow the rest of our stream team. They're below the video here at truck.community. Andymonium, Riz Plays Games, In the Land of the Rising Sun, and Xenon Fiber, and Bad Road. And you should also follow Almafeta, Almafeta, who is not on our stream team, but she is a friend of the channel, and we like her, and we want more people in her streams. She's really fun. She's been playing a lot of Artifact, which is a fantastic game, and a lot of Super Mash, which is also a really fucking cool game that people aren't talking about enough, and I don't know why. So, if you wanted to support us monetarily, you could do that by subscribing, like so many of you have, or by throwing bits at us. It's not necessary, but it does help us make the stream better. Or if for whatever reason you are unwilling or unable to support us monetarily, just keep showing up. Have a talk and chat. We're very friendly here, and we love meeting new people. I think that's everything I need to say to you. Watch us on YouTube, I guess. youtube.truck.community is the easy way to get to that. And we have a lot of VODs there. Some of them are good. Most of them are good, I'd say. And then there's a couple that are, that are less good. But most of them are fine. There's a whole couple years worth of games there. Please to go watch them if you are of a mind to watch YouTube VODs. That's everything. Until I see you next time, stay safe.